With DTV becoming the norm, June 12th, analog will no longer exist. The one part of television that's suffering is the portable TV. It seems you can't find a lot of them that are digital compatible. There are boxes out there to convert your analog one over to digital. But what if you want a digital one? That's what I'm going to show you today. It's an Insignia. It was sold by Best Buy. They don't sell it anymore. It is sold now by Radio Shack under their name. I don't remember what it is. Differences would be, of course, it wouldn't be Insignia, it's whatever their name is. The buttons have a different color to them and a different trim. And the bezel on the side is black and with some detail rather than this gray. Right now, of course, it doesn't look like it's doing anything because it's not hooked up to anything. Now, this TV got panned big time for really piss-poor reception. What I'm going to demonstrate right now is versus this. This is channel 38, the analog signal. I'm using analog right now because it's really the only way you can tell the difference between reception of any given TV. Signal meters for digital TVs are different among sets, so you can't really compare TVs that way. Notice how relatively snowy this looks. That's fine because that's what I wanted to go for. Now the reason this thing got panned is with this built-in antenna, on the inside it's hooked up improperly and it's poorly designed. Now I have the antenna hooked up.
Call Lincoln Tech today and be on your way to an exciting career tomorrow.
This is the exact same station. Look at how absolutely nothing works. This is why this TV got an epic fail rating. But it wasn't fair. This antenna was not designed correctly and it's improperly hooked up into the circuitry. I know, I took the thing apart and inspected it. Watch what'll happen when I take this antenna here, which you probably can't see, and put it in here. Quite a difference, don't you think? Now, like any portable TV, the reception is not as good as the big guys are, and this one's no exception. But as you can see, it doesn't really do as bad as the reviews say. Granted, it has a harder time with the weak stations, but it does actually work fairly well. Now we're going to play with the digital aspect of things. And since you haven't probably seen the antenna, here it is. It's a Turk 1080i. Let's go to 62. Let's pull up the signal meter this time. Go love it. Everything worked fine when I was practicing. Okay, generally it would work perfectly fine at that strength. I don't know why it's not now. Now I'm going to tune this one to 62. As you can see, it works. The only problem with this TV is your 4:3 content is stretched, and you can set it up in the menu to be stretched like it is now or ridiculously stretched, because it was originally set up for a 5-inch 4:3 screen that the original model had in the Best Buy line. I'm not sure if that was corrected with the Radio Shack version. But if you're going to take this to a sporting event, you're going to likely be a high-def presentation, so that won't matter. The only thing that sucks about this is that the internal battery only lasts for an hour and a half. But if you know how to make your own stuff like from Radio Shack or electronics store, you could find a connector similar to the power supply it comes with and get a 9-volt battery connector and solder it onto that. You would have a power supply. Just have to keep your pockets full of 9-volt batteries. So you'd have an hour and a half built in and 9-volt batteries to keep it going after that. Now to really show you how it got panned. See, now it's working fine. Gotta love digital. We're gonna go to a Spanish station. I can't point at the exactly right. As you can see, I did get an 88. Watch what happens on this thing. Alright, I had to reprogram it because that station didn't come in at work. Remember, this signal was almost 90%. Again, this is why this thing got a bad review, because they were using the internal antenna. Same station. Perfectly fine if it's hooked up to an external antenna. Even a regular set of bunny ears will perform much better than what's in than this thing will ever do.
Experts could not even determine with surety the gender.
This is relatively a weak station.
It's a woman, based on the hair. There was parts of the hair that evidently could be analyzed, and the
as you can see,
small stones inside of it. There's
not the
also
best.
a ring
I mean,
with what appears to be
it's coming in
a
fair.
buzz ring. It holds a ruby, an emerald, and a...
This TV is a little temperamental on clarity. If it's a little too ghosty, it's not going to work too well. But you saw channel 62 was working, the retro television network, and the signal strength meter wasn't even as high. That's not the TV. This station really is a pain like this. You could get a halfway decent signal in it, and it really will work this crappy. And there are others that are out there, but I haven't found them. Just thought I'd show this TV to you. Like I said, this particular station, it always gives me trouble, even with a halfway decent signal, so... And as I said before, 62 was weaker and it was working just fine. I'll just bring that up once more. There it is. Nice and clear. Just to prove my case, even weaker. So, as you can see, the TV actually does pretty good, but if the signal is too ghosty, it may give you a little trouble. All in all, it works just fine. So if you want some portable entertainment, especially in a blackout situation, you can't really lose with this set. If you can find one better, that's good for you. Have a nice day. Thanks for viewing this.